Man, it's really hot today. Let's make some lemonade, shall we? First, we grab some water. Let me get my lemons. And that's right. Let's cut it into half, just like this. And be ready to squeeze it into water. That's right. Now let me add some sugar or maybe honey. I love a sweet lemonade. Why isn't the honey mixing in the lemonade? Oh wait. This isn't honey. This is oil. But wait, oil is also a liquid. It should mix into water. Why is the oil floating on top of water? Let's solve this mystery with an experiment. Let's go. Hello friends, I am Albert Einstein and welcome to my lab where you and I will be exploring science beyond your books, around us, in things that surround us. So, let's get started. Today's experiment is rainbow in a jar. For this experiment, we need number 1, a tall glass or any other transparent container. Up next, the same quantity of all these liquids. Some honey, hand wash, water, oil, finally our new favorite, hand sanitizer. Let's go! Step 1. We begin by weighing all the liquids. First up is hand sanitizer. It weighs 207 grams. Up next is oil. It weighs 211 grams. That's a bit more than sanitizer. After this, water. Water weighs 214 grams. That's slightly more than oil. And now, hand wash. The hand wash weighs 216 grams. That's quite a lot compared to water. And finally, honey. Honey weighs 231 grams. Notice how hand sanitizer weighs the least and honey weighs the most. Even though we have taken the exact same quantity of all these liquids. Now let's begin pouring each of these liquids into the tall glass. First up is my honey. Up next, hand wash. And after this is water. We will use a funnel to pour the water. And now oil. And finally, let's top it all with the hand sanitizer. And there you have it, your rainbow in a jar. Now you go ahead and make your own rainbows. Did you notice something cool happening here? Did you? Yes, the liquids did not mix into each other. But why? Why did the liquids stand separately from one another? The liquids stand separately from one another because they have different densities. As you can see, heavier liquids like honey and hand wash that are more dense than water settle at the bottom, whereas lighter liquids like oil and hand sanitizer that are less dense than water float on top. This shows us that liquids with low density float on top of liquids with higher density. I hope that this word dense is not making you more dense, because friends, density, it will make sense. All you have to do is look around yourself. Anything you can see is made up of atoms and molecules. Well, density tells us how tightly packed the atoms and molecules of a thing are in a given volume. Let's look at our liquids.
Even though they occupied the same amount of space or volume, some stayed at the bottom while others floated on top. Why did this happen? This happened because each liquid has its own unique mass. And mass is nothing but the atoms and molecules inside that liquid. The more tightly packed the molecules are, the greater the mass of that object. And more mass is equal to more density. You know, it's just like our malls before the lockdown. They were so crowded. People were tightly packed inside the malls, just like the atoms and molecules of honey. And now, the same malls have less people, so they are less dense, just like our hand sanitizer. Now you see how simple density is. As the mass increases in a given volume, the density increases. And when the mass decreases in the same volume, the density decreases. And remember friends, liquids with low density always float on top of liquids with higher density. Just like our lemonade, isn't this cool? So friends, now that this dense trouble is sorted, I'm getting back to making my lemonade. In the meantime, you go grab your things and let's get funneling.